Before going into this part, please watch the original first, as it is part 1. Other than that, welcome to my Sonic Generations review. My name is Scarlet, and why don't we get straight into Speed Highway. Man, Speed Highway is such a classic stage. The vibes are completely off the charts. Classic Speed Highway is honestly a really great platforming stage. The speed you can gain from the loops and the ramps is really cool, and it really adds to the stage aesthetics. The aesthetics themselves are really nice. Honestly, that sets like the biggest tone for the entire stage. The only downside of this stage has to be the soundtrack. Now, don't get me wrong, Speed Highway, it's kind of hit or miss when it comes to remixes, etc, etc. Classic Speed Highway does not have a great rendition of Speed Highway, mostly because it feels really odd, like it feels off. There are very weird bits in between that just feel very off-putting, especially with the like it just doesn't sound right in Classic, and it really throws me off. I also really like the fact that the bells are in this stage, which is a really nice callback to the original stage. I'm surprised there isn't a bell in Modern, but I honestly don't remember if there was. I normally only ever take one of two paths in Modern stage, so if there is one, please do correct me. This stage is a bop. The remix sounds great and really suits the remade stage well. I love the fact that the stage, to an extent, is linear, just like the original, especially because of the part where you run down the tower. I do kind of wish that the stage did switch to daytime, like daybreak, the moment you came down from the tower. I feel like that would have been a bit irritating to implement, which is why I assume they didn't do it. But the platforming is really decent, like it honestly really is. With the end part where you can hop between the roofs and stuff like that, honestly I quite enjoy that. I know it's not really platforming, but I do like being able to, just do short hops and not have to do full-on jumps, because it really messes with the momentum. So if you're able to keep your speed and jump, light hop from building to building, it's really impactful. Right, let's quickly talk City Escape Classic. Giving Classic Sonic the ability to grind on rails is genuinely so funny. This stage looks like City Escape, plays like City Escape, and sounds like it too. This stage is a great reimagining of City Escape for Classic. The use of the skateboard instead of the helicopter part is an overall better choice for this game. We don't really need Classic Sonic doing crimes now, do we? The level design, while enclosed, is really fun to maneuver around through, and the remix really helps this level feel fresh and vibrant, even if, you're stuck below the stage or you're platforming high above it. Regardless of which, the music really helps the stage stand out and feel exactly like how it's trying to reimagine. This may sound wrong, as it hurts me to my soul, and deep down it feels it. But, at least to me, Modern City Escape feels worse than the original. My issue with the stage is that it tries to be much more linear in some cases. Of course, given Modern Sonic's new gameplay style, I don't expect a full 3D stage, but the original stage worked so much better for this. The ability to explore around the area, genuinely being able to platform and actually explore around the stage, really helped with the level. The music remix is fine. I don't want you thinking I'm biased, but I do feel like the original City Escape is overall better than the modern reincarnation. The music is just fine, the level is just fine, but it doesn't capture the same feeling as the original. It tries way too hard to be, how do I put this, just not the same. It feels like another, like, sandbox level, like a weirdly linear sandbox level with a city estate coat of paint on it. It just doesn't feel right, and it really irritates me. Especially because of the boost. There is not many areas you can actually use the boost reliably to actually gain speed. And even when it is, it's in really enclosed areas where, realistically, you're probably going to be going the same top speed if you just run normally. Seaside Hill Classic. It may honestly be a contender for one of my favorite classic Sonic levels. I'm not referring to that in terms of the original classic games, I'm referring to that in terms of classic Sonic as of current. The level is genuinely really well made. The water sections don't feel forced. Sometimes the beginning part here is forced, but besides that, it's never really forced upon you. There's always a way to get around it. And it's not really even a pain to get through, since as long as you know what you're doing, you can very easily maneuver through it like it's nothing. The badniks are really well designed, and the cannon gimmicks, you know, it works for the level's layering, which is great. I like being able to switch between the back and the foreground. I know it's not like how Mania does it, but you know what I mean, where the level just has a lot more going on and you can actually like traverse it, etc, etc. The stage is big with all of its extra sections, however it is really easy to mess up when traversing. It becomes very apparent that when you're trying to do very specific things, classic Sonic's momentum doesn't always work for you. The music is great and doesn't feel Sonic 4-y, which is a surprise. It complements the stage well. I'm so glad it doesn't sound like a Sonic 4 remix. The aesthetic really sells the stage, maybe slightly more than modern stage, but it has a good mix of water and platforming, especially with the wheel chase at the end. I wish I do have more to say about this stage, but I don't. It's really enjoyable, and it's incredibly solid. The platforming, great. The music, great. The entirety of the stage, great. All of Seaside Hill is great, from the long 3D platforming sections to the scenic areas that this stage pulls off. Its aesthetic punches hard. The music has a really great remix to the original, especially since it also uses a mix of Ocean Palace for the second half of its track. The only issues I do have with this stage, the car section. Like, the car section in Heroes in general is fun to play through, it's not too long, and, you know, you kind of already get the gist of how it works. I prefer the turtle sections because I do like to explore. Even though it's not as good as the original, I still feel like it can be held in really high regard. It is a really overall great retelling of the stage, but besides that, it is genuinely just a really decent reimagining of Seaside Hill. Perfect Chaos is such a genuinely cool boss. The remix is very good, very tubular, very radical. And the fact this is base Sonic kicking his ass really shows how far Sonic as a character has genuinely come, especially in terms of power. The boss fight, while annoying at sometimes, is very simple. Get near him. It's really as simple as get near him. Granted, it's very easy to get hit on the top of things, but it really is as simple as get as close as you can to him and boost into him. You don't even need to hold the boost to even, like, go straight to the top. You just need to have enough boost to get within him. Like, you just have to go straight inside him. If you're not penetrating his body, you are not, like, dealing damage to him whatsoever. The final platforming section is the annoying part. Strangely, for some reason, the collision feels off, and he does have a tendency to destroy parts that you're on, but it really does just come down to pay attention to what spot you're on, because there's normally a pattern to the ways he destroys platforms. So as long as you're not on a platform that he's scripted to destroy, you should be fine. I still feel really bad for the people who lived in Station Square though. Shadow as a mini-boss is honestly pretty cool, and I like it as an idea for this game. And it's definitely a step up from the original. However, the power circle gathering mechanic is kind of lame. I don't feel like there was a lot they could actually do. Like, it's not terrible, but I don't think they really knew what to do for Shadow's fight. At the end of the day, the remix is cool. Like, the remixes in the thing are generally cool. And the fight is nifty, but besides that, it's kind of hit or miss. Like, it's not something I will actively, like, replay when I'm playing through the game. Like, I already use, like, one save file. I don't, like, reset my games normally. But I'm not gonna, like, play this boss again on my completed save file. I find it to be a bit more drab. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'll have to play through it again once I start, you know, a new save file, but besides that, like, I have no reason to touch it again. Congratulations! You've made it to the end of the video. Something long-winded speeches. My name is Scarlet, and this was a video I made at some point. And if you like what you see, please check your eyes. Goodbye!